Hello and welcome everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be checking out ARM's brand new music video for Still Life featuring Anderson .Paak off of his new release Indigo, which is absolutely beautiful and stunning through and through. If you haven't checked out that album, do yourself a favor. Throw on a nice pair of headphones and just enjoy the ride, man. So the plan was I was going to upload this reaction to my main channel, which is just Jim Games. You may know me from that, you may not. But unfortunately that channel is like, it's literally like about to be deleted. Like I am convinced any day, any second, any hour now, the gods are just going to come down and give me that third strike, and that's going to be it. So I'm not going to be posting any content over there, at least for 3 months. If it even survives 3 months, I'm going to be starting over from scratch over here. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking, but I'm also like pretty optimistic because I just announced this like an hour or so ago, and we've already got hundreds of subscribers that have come over and shown support and everything. So I'm feeling real loved, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So seriously, guys, thank you for those that have subscribed, and if you haven't already and you've enjoyed my content in the past, seriously, consider liking and subscribing, man. It would really help me out. Starting over from scratch is very difficult in this reaction game, and I would truly appreciate it. Anyway, let's get right to my first reaction. All right, here we go. Still Life with Anderson .Paak. I wonder if the train is a metaphor. You know, because obviously when you're on a train, you're moving forward, but it feels like you're still. I wonder if that's what he's doing here. Of course that's what he's doing here. There's not going to be any filler in this music video. There's not any filler in any BTS stuff. Everything has like deeper meanings or double meanings or just something crazy going on behind it. So you got to really pay attention to these videos. Oh no, there's his notepad.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. I'm still alive.
I like the little smirks and everything that he's doing here too. I know it might not seem like anything, but it feels like he's kind of, I don't know, just this kind of look here, just this kind of like, I don't know, like at peace with yourself. I feel like that's what he is. He's made peace with himself and his art and where he's going and his direction and everything. But that little smirk in itself kind of almost tells a story.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. I'm still alive.
Oh, now we're all frozen. Oh, the cup's floating. You know what that reminds me of? J-Hope's More, when everything was kind of floating in the air and the camera kind of panned. And we had like all those really cool like angles and camera shots and everything. I wonder if we got inspiration through J-Hope through this.
I'm still alive. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Not still alive, but I'm moving.
Oh, he's glitching out. That looks like something that would be on his Instagram. If you ever checked out RM's Instagram, it's like very artsy stuff. And yeah, so
아직도 싸 과거는 가버렸고 미래는 모르네 두 갈래 길에서 숨 고르네 벗어나고 싶어 이 캠퍼스에트 어제와 내일이 내게 들인 그늘 난 그저 담담하게 live earth time 24/7 yeah baby I'm on time 난 그저 오늘을 살아 1분 1초마저 같은 처음을 다 걸어보신 no I'm still alive y'all can lock me in the frame I'm moving yeah I'm still alive.
I love that line. Y'all can't lock me in this frame, I'm moving. Okay, those things shooting around him, I thought that they were possibly like Polaroids or something, or some kind of like, yeah, like picture. But it doesn't look like that. It looks like they're shards, like pieces of glass or something kind of floating around. Again, kind of gives me that J-Hope More vibe, where everything shoots up and then drops down a little bit. Interesting. I bet you that's supposed to be pieces of his art, you know? Like, I'm kind of almost thinking like Wildflower, you know, that very iconic scene of him, you know, in the complete darkness, except for these like beautiful embers floating over him. And like, that's supposed to symbolize, you know, himself spreading over, you know, through the universe, and his art spreading and fading down and just kind of like being everywhere, all the time. So it feels like it's kind of in that vein too. I could be grasping at straws here, but like I said, these videos are very in depth, and there's not going to be one frame of any of these videos that doesn't have any kind of meaning to it or thought behind it. 멈추지 않은 정물 또 비워 나의 꽃을 I'm still alive but I'm moving just let now go forward
정물 Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now Earth day's my day one, brother Baby, 난 돈으로 시간을 벌어 걔네 조롱은 듣지만 닉비 버려 꼭 벌어
I love the flow here.
Trendsetter, I'm a friend better
I love that line too. Trendsetter, I'm a friend better. It kind of just shows a little bit of his values there. You know what I mean? Like, obviously the dude's a trendsetter, you know, but you know, I think something that he values more is being a friend better. You know, and I think it's very evident in the relationship that we see with him with the army and also him with just the other guys at BTS.
상해질 정도의 고액계로 결국 네가 원하는 대로는 되지 않았지 바란 것 달리 너무 잘 살아내는 내 뜻대로 Living in 한남대로 Look at my 탄탄대로 갈 일이 없어 이제 강남대로 월세 밀린 너 빨리 당장 빵 빼고 What a perfect song, look at your chain Me better do it like look at my style 오늘은 살아 잡초처럼 그냥 화초처럼 but I never stay Oh shit Hey Bob
Oh, did she spill his drink?
What's that? You don't know what I'm saying
Does anybody know what's in that notebook? I bet you the army's already analyzed what it says in that notebook. Looks like some kind of writing in Korean and possibly a drawing. Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's a little flower. Okay, there we go. So we got a little flower. It says Still Life with Anderson .Paak, RM, and I'm just not sure what that writing up there is. But okay.
I know what you're saying, bro.
I can't, like... I always feel bad, well, not always, but recently I feel bad whenever I see that notebook come out. I was just watching a Bon Voyage episode, and all the guys were going off to have fun, either going fishing or horseback riding or riding a bike. They were all going and they were just on vacation having a good time. But Arm was kind of locked in his own head. He couldn't go out and have fun. He had to like go back to the camper and like work on some music. And it was just, you could see that it was frustrating for him. He was just kind of hitting a wall a little bit. He wasn't sure what direction he wanted to go in. And everybody else was just out having a good time. And I think maybe that even got to him a little bit too. But something tells me that he has that notebook attached to him at the hip.
Shit happens in life, but you know what happens is what happens. It's gonna be what's gonna be, bro. You just gotta do what you think.
Oh, his reflection's coming alive.
Y'all can lock me in the frame I'm moving.
Many times during this album too, it's almost like, you know, Namjoon is talking to RM or giving advice to his past self, or his past self is reminding Namjoon, his present self, like where he is going, and just to like, you know, be mindful of the colors that he's used and, you know, to be proud of that. But it is, the whole album is like a conversation with himself, and also it's incredibly relatable. But it's about different pieces of himself, you know, different pieces of the still life that is RM. So it's kind of cool that he's showcasing that in the music video here, with either the shards of what I believe is his art shooting around him, or even just like glitched out versions of him that's like him on a pedestal or as like a painting or something. It's actually pretty literal on this one. So yeah, there it is. I love the energy of this video. Yeah, man, he just looks at peace in this one. He looks at peace. There it is, Still Life with Anderson .Paak. Damn it, dude. What an awesome surprise, man. Let's switch screens and let's chat about this one a little bit. Yeah, okay, so I think I touched on a lot of like the little metaphors or little hidden kind of Easter egg things here. And I think it was really cool of RM to sit down with the artist and release these, you know, these interviews and everything, talking about the music and what went into this, you know, massive project that is years in the making. I think it feels like a conversation with himself, but at the same time, everything is also incredibly relatable to everyday people like you and me, you know, and that's just really honestly a true sign of an artist, being able to tap into something that is like almost primal. At the same time, it's still relatable. The members from BTS, like they're living a lifestyle. They're living a life that like none of us will ever live, you know, like for better or for worse. And they all talk about it in candid detail. RM especially talks about it on this album, talks about, you know, the pros and cons of all this and the fact that like he's proud of what he's done, but sometimes you're trapped, you know. What's cool about this one here is the general vibe of the song. and the general look on Arm's face and everything, it really truly does feel like he's kind of at peace with this whole thing. He's come to the realization that he doesn't have to be a still frame. He doesn't have to be a still life. He's moving forward in some way, shape, or form, and he's excited for the next chapter in his life. But we feel stagnant too. You know, we get stuck in ruts, and we feel like we're not going anywhere, and what direction we're going, and we just feel, you know, still. You know, like the world is just happening around us, you know, and that's where things start to get kind of relatable with a song like this, and how you can kind of take value from this and put it in your own life as well. Behind him coming to peace with himself, I think at the same time, he's also trying to get you to be at peace with yourself, because we are still moving forward. You are being propelled in a direction that you just do not know yet. Even though you might feel like you're stagnant and everything is just rushing by and going in different places, or somebody has a master plan and you just don't know what you're doing or where you're going in life. It doesn't matter, because that's the path that you're on. Those are the tracks that are moving you. I thought the train was beautiful. I think that's a really cool metaphor. I mean, obviously, when you're on a train and you're looking out the windows, it feels like the world is moving by you and you're being still. But in reality, you know, it's you are the one that's moving. So sometimes you just have to kind of like think and see outside yourself and just take a bigger step back and look at the bigger picture and see where you've come from and where you've gone. I like that RM does this. I like that he takes stock in his life, and he he touches on his past, and he touches on his, you know, his past memories, but at the same time, he's still incredibly excited to see what's going to happen with chapter 2. I am as well. I mean, obviously everyone right now is on edge. We're all on edge as to like what's going on with BTS and the military service. And I think we're all a little bit afraid for them. I think we're all a little concerned for them, and as we should be, but I think what they're doing is just, in the way that they're doing it, moving into the military service is also, especially after the Busan like fucking fiasco and everything, like it's such a baller move, dude. It's such a badass move. But yeah, we're all still worried. Everyone's still on edge, and we're all still a little upset that we're not going to have any new music for a while. But at least we can take solace that, like, even if the other guys don't give us any of their music at this point, I still take this as a win. What we got from Jack in the Box, from J-Hope with Jack in the Box, and now RM with Indigo. Like what the fuck? These are two very, very brilliant albums. You know what I mean? Like, so if we don't see anything for a couple of years, then that's whatever. But I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to still get a lot more music. And I think we're going to get other albums as well. They said they were working on them. And I'm really excited to see it. We're going to be blessed with some really awesome music. Sorry, I just went off on a little bit of a tangent there. But we're all worried, you know, and it's you know, it's just, I'm not going to say like we're not, you know, because I think we are. I don't believe Indigo is an album meant to listen to one song at a time. I think if to get the entire picture of it all, to get the real cohesive experience of what Indigo is and how massive of an art project it is, how this actually is RM's magnum opus, you got to listen to the whole thing from start to finish, because this album has some waves, man. This album has some ups and downs, and the transitions, and just how it all bleeds into each other, and the vibe of each song. And it almost reads like one long, awesome, just beautiful song. You know what I mean? At least I kind of get that vibe. So especially with an album of this magnitude, with this much going on, I really, really think you should listen to the whole thing from start to finish. So if you haven't done that yet, you've only heard a couple singles, carve yourself out an hour, throw yourself on some headphones, and just sit in a dark room and just let it go. You know what I mean? And you will be pleasantly surprised, because this album is much more than the title tracks. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.